Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Wednesday, December the 19th. We're in the midst of the Christmas season. That means the Salvation Army. And the Salvation Army is out in force. If you see the red kettles and you've got some cash on you, please drop it in. Otherwise, you can send them a check. But we've got Major Jack Holloway with us. Good to have you here, Major, and Lieutenant Carmon Camp.
Yes, sir.
You're new to Columbia, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, welcome, both of you. This is a very important fundraising time of the year for the Army, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Why?
Well, about a third of our annual budget is generated in these roughly 6 to 8 weeks of the Christmas season.
So a third of what you use through the whole year has to be generated in 6 to 8 weeks.
That's
right
right.
now. So this really is extremely important to you.
Right.
How is the fundraising going?
It's a bit challenging. The goal is $421,000. Kettles in particular, we were just sharing that people don't carry that much cash anymore.
No.
And for a lot of different reasons, but that presents a challenge. But people can make donations either from Kettles or mail appeal and what we call white mail, which is general donations. People, there's no real tie to anything. They just want to send us a check and anything else that kind of comes from that.
Now, when you get an appeal in the mail from the Salvation Army, which we do, and you send that back, do you get credit for that even though the mailing address is going back to St. Louis? Is it being credited to Columbia?
If you're getting one from St. Louis, there's a problem. We need to deal with that one. But it does. If they know that there's, we call it a remit slip, but it'll say in there for the community, and everything that's specifically for Columbia will come back to us.
So that's very important. The easiest thing to do would be just send a check directly to the Salvation Army here in Columbia. You want to make sure that it goes there, or drop the money in the Kettle. What are some of the services that you're offering?
Well, most importantly, we have that's supported by this campaign is our shelter. Our shelter is one of the only non-specific shelters in the community, and it services women, men, and families. We have about 5 family units where the family is able to live together. In that shelter, we also offer community services such as classes, life skill classes, support with case managers, any type of medical assistance that they might need. So that's a very important aspect of what
How
we do.
long can a person stay at a Salvation Army shelter?
Technically, it's 90 days, but at the end of that, we don't say you're out. We use that as kind of a basis to build from so that they build their case. So if there's a particular assistance that they may need, if they're trying to wade through some of the governmental things,
You make exceptions.
Right.
we do make exceptions based on the individual's needs. They can stay up to a year, but in the midst of that whole thing, we really try to get them into their own housing, whatever funding they were able to generate, jobs if that's at all possible, a lot of those types of things.
And this being wintertime, during that severe weather or snowstorms, what do you do if you're totally full? Do you bring out cots?
We do.
Yes.
We have a co-cot program that allows people to come in who are not residents. During the winter season, any time during the night, the temperature is going to fall below 45 degrees, then people can come to the Salvation Army Harbor House on Ann Street, and they'll be able to stay in a warm and sheltered place with dinner.
All right. So if people want to help out, drop money in the kettles or the address or website to make a donation.
1108 West Ash is the street address.
And the web address?
I would be remiss because
Go to the Google Salvation Army, Columbia, Missouri. The web will come up, and you can make a donation, a safe, secure donation online.
That is correct.
All right.
Names to remember.
Best of luck to you. Merry Christmas to both of you and
Thank you
everybody
so
at the Salvation Army.
Thank you.
All right. Now we're going to talk about Buckle Up, Phone Down. This is a new program with the MoDOT. They're trying to promote this and getting you to take a pledge. I want to introduce you to Scott Jones. Welcome to Radio Friends, Scott.
Good morning.
Buckle Up, Phone Down, is this 2 years old now, this program?
It's about 2 years old. We have had programs in place for many years on trying to encourage good driver behavior, those two messages being part of that. But we've just come up with that relatively recently to try to get a good tagline, an easy-to-remember phrase out there. And really, it's just a extremely simple thing to remember. When you're out driving, you buckle your seatbelt, you put your phone down.
So how many times have you, as an employee of MoDOT, been driving down the road and see somebody texting on their phone as they're driving?
There's no way I could count now.
I know, and that's dangerous. And as you said, it's mind-boggling
It is.
that we still continue to do that.
It is mind-boggling. And what a lot of people don't realize, especially at highway speeds, when you look down for a typical text message that takes a few seconds, you cover the length of a football field. And that's literally 300 feet worth that you don't know what you missed that entire time.
Exactly. Another car could come across the lane, or a deer could run out in front of your vehicle.
Exactly.
How are you getting this message across? And how do you know that people are going to follow your message?
We have a number of different ways we're promoting it, one of them being through our website. If you go onto MoDOT.org and find Buckle Up, Phone Down on there, or you can go through the SaveMoLives.com website. We also have a number of different challenges going on among our schools throughout the state, where either the ball clubs or the social clubs are promoting it and challenging other schools to it. We also have it on a number of our message boards throughout the state, on the interstates, where you will have just a simple Buckle Up, Phone Down message that's out there. And so what folks can do on our website is basically take the challenge, one, as either an individual or an organization. And if you are part of an organization, go to your safety person and see, do we have any kind of policy on seatbelts or cell phones? MoDOT did take that step. Whenever I'm driving on MoDOT time, whether it's my own vehicle or a MoDOT car, I can't be on the phone. I have to be buckled up. And there are a number of other state agencies that have looked at that.
You can't be on the phone at all?
No.
Can you talk on the phone if it's going through your car's Bluetooth system?
Not while on duty. What we are instructed to do now is to find a safe place to pull over and take that call then, or wait till our next stop.
Okay. Is it dangerous to talk on your cell phone while you're driving if you are talking through the Bluetooth on the car?
It's generally accepted as being a little bit safer, but at the same time, when you're talking to somebody on the phone, when you're driving, you are still a little bit distracted.
Yes.
And the difference between having a passenger that you're talking to or someone on the phone you're talking to is a passenger's a second set of eyes in your car.
Right. And they can say, hey, watch out there.
Yeah, they can warn you, or they know when to shut up. But when someone's on the phone, they don't know what you're seeing.
Okay. So you can go to the website and take that pledge. But in reality, tell your friends, buckle up, phone down. Don't text while you're driving. That's so dangerous.
It is.
All right. And this little message might save your life or the life of someone you care about very much. Scott, thank you so much for coming by from MoDOT.
Thank you.
We're out of time. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.